by later, maybe I'll go to fix something tea. You wanna grab something from the street and bring it home? But, yeah, I'm just thinking.
Alright everybody, if you guys saw the last video, you saw that we finally got ourselves a BAC4000 installed on my bike here. Now, it's been installed for about a week, and the next thing we wanted to do was basically give you guys a full review of the BAC4000 and let you know if it's worth it or not, and also, is it worth it or not with the full stock battery unbypassed and everything.
Alright, so I'm recording a voiceover here for this currently because the audio was just so bad. But basically, I'm going to be talking about the main differences that you can notice right off rip whenever you install the BAC4000. So, you get the Egg Rider display with it here, and the bike goes from only having a sport and an eco mode to having 9 different modes. Well, it's technically 18 different modes. Each, it has a road and an off-road mode, but each one has 9 levels in it. Now, I have my road mode set to having no regen and everything like that, so whenever you let off the throttle it rolls. But yeah man, so far I don't know if you guys have seen much about the BAC4000, but everybody I've talked to has told me that the BAC4000 on the stock battery does absolutely nothing. But that's a lie, man, because this is a full stock battery, unbypassed and everything, and it goes like 8 to 10 miles an hour faster now. Like, it went from me not being able to keep up with my buddy because I weigh like 20 pounds more, to me being able to fly past him like he's sitting still when he's going at his top speed, man. It's so sick. Now, moving on to the second thing I want to talk about with having the BAC4000 in the stock unbypassed battery is I've noticed the battery dies so much faster now, but that's mainly to do with me riding in the mode 9 at all times, the highest mode possible. But that's because I ride in that mode because, like, the way that the modes work, it basically uses a percentage of what it can use total, I guess, if that makes any sense. So, like, unless you're riding in mode 9 with a stock unbypassed battery, the bike doesn't go any faster and it's actually slower. So if I were to ride in lower modes, it would get much more battery. But if you want the bike to be faster than stock without the bypass battery, you pretty much have to ride in the highest mode at all times, therefore killing the battery faster. I'm sitting here editing this, and it's so disappointing that there's so much wind noise. If you guys know how to get the GoPros mic'd up so they sound good, please let me know. But right now, we're about to do a little drag race. So we're going to get around this turn right here, and we're both going to floor it. Now, keep in mind, I weigh at least 20 pounds more than him, so like, the pickup on my bike doesn't seem like it's as much as his, but the top speed, man, just, I mean, you can probably see right now, like, if this was stock for stock, he would still be pulling away from me, but now he's achieved his top speed, and as you can see, I'm pulling by him like it's nothing. Now, I'm not, like, doing the craziest send because, you know, it's in the middle of a neighborhood, basically, and we're not trying to be absolute lunatics, but, yeah, as you can see, the top speed is so much faster now. Like, if we were on a straighter road, you would have been able to see better because we wouldn't have been turning the whole time, but as you just saw, even just in all case scenarios, the bike is now faster, is what I'm trying to say.
Down the sidewalk. I don't know what it is, but it's extra fun. And that right there is another downside to the BAC4000. Now, I did not have to take the horn button off, but the horn button is connected to the EP switch basically, and the EP switch no longer works with the BAC4000, so I went ahead and took the horn off too. I do miss having the horn, man. I'm not gonna lie, I've used it a lot. Like, I've been riding down the sidewalk and almost had people pull out into me, and you know, that's where the horn comes in handy, so it's kind of unfortunate not having a horn. So keep in mind that if you get the BAC4000, you're gonna have to make some adjustments on the handlebars. Another thing I want to talk about real quick is the inconsistency in the battery percentages. So obviously you have a battery percentage on your actual battery down here. I doubt you guys can see it, but this says 86% and this says 82% up here. Now I've noticed that whenever you start to get really low on battery, like sub 25%, that these two numbers will basically be identical. But all the way until then, these numbers will be mismatched, and I honestly have no idea which one is displaying the accurate battery. I would assume it's this one though. Let's make a quick pit stop here at the gas station, grab something to drink. Yeah, when I came here last night, I just parked over here. Go down the hill? Bet. Got ourselves a little shortcut right here. A little big shortcut. Another thing I wanted to talk about with the BAC4000, one that I've noticed since I've had it installed is every time I turn the bike on and off now, the battery percentages get mismatched even more. I don't know where we're going right now, dude. Oh my God. I was expecting to kind of go over that a little bit, but pretty much just ran into a wall. Dude, these things are just so fun to ride around. Like, you don't have to deal with traffic at all anymore. Make a quick pit stop here at Cookout.
But I have a cookout tray with chicken quesadillas, double order hush puppies, and a cheer wine to drink.
Gucci. All right, so we just got finished up eating, and real quick, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about how the battery percentages literally just change when you turn the bike on and off. So this says 75% down here. This is at 68. You turn the bike off, let everything shut off. You turn it back on, still on 75 down here. But then you turn the egg rider on and it went, well, it's actually still at 68. 99% of the time though, whenever you turn this on and off, these fluctuate even more than they regularly do.
Just wanna hold it, don't wanna swim it over. It feels like you got it, you want your roller coaster. Don't ask me about my freedom, don't ask me about my wisdom. You want it, you need it, but why?
All right, so we've switched over on different bikes now. He's gonna ride my bike, I'm gonna ride his, and kind of give you guys my opinion and my official review on the BAC4000. So I'm sure Ethan's already talked about most of this. Starting out with the throttle thing that we were dealing with, it was just really weird because we weren't getting the response that we were supposed to get, or that we thought we were going to get by putting the upgraded controller on. Once we got that figured out, it made the bike a completely different bike. Like, made a tremendous difference in reaction as far as like actual low end torque, top end speed, everything. It just made the bike so much faster and everything. And on another note, everything just feels a lot grabbier. Like, you actually twist the throttle and it goes. And it's like, my bike has pretty good torque and it zips pretty quick, but this one definitely, you can definitely tell that it's a lot better. Now, I haven't put in as much time on this bike as Ethan has, and it definitely feels a lot different than my bike. I do see myself getting the upgraded controller and actually getting a BAC4000 because I would actually like to have the higher end speed, especially for cruising around town like this, and also just the torque. It's a lot better. It makes the bike feel entirely different, honestly. I don't think that this bike is at its complete full potential right now. Obviously without the 72 volt, or with the stock battery, but also like, yes, it is torqueier, yes, it is faster, yes, it pulls harder, but it's not necessarily like all the way there. It doesn't feel like, I guess, and it's weird to explain, but you just have to ride the bike to understand it, I guess. And one last thing that I want to mention before we get back home and close up the video, the price point of the BAC4000 itself. $1,000 upgrade, pretty pricey, 25% of the bike, yada yada yada. And for it to give you the torque and the speed that it does on the top end, it's worth it for sure. I'll definitely be getting one here pretty soon. That way I can continue to keep up with Ethan. Holy shit, bro, that's so fast.
Yeah, you get moving going down the hill, bro. Like it moves. All right, so this bike is on what percent right now?
43.
Oh, I thought you said 23. I thought it was like really low. Okay, so this is on 40%. His bike is on 52%. So I believe 50% is where it starts to like lower the amount of power that it gives stock. So we're gonna send it up this hill right now. Obviously, I'm still on his bike. He's still on my bike, and we're gonna see what the BAC4000 does.
First the grass hill?
Yeah, we can go up just the driveway, just kind of side by side sand. Floor it. I'm floored. Oh yeah. I just can't keep up, man. Power difference. Like it really shines off-road whenever you need the extra power. All right, so we just made it back home, and as you guys saw, if you're willing to spend $1,000 on the BAC4000, it actually makes a difference. Now from rip, I mean, if you guys have been watching all the videos, you've seen me complain about my throttle from the beginning. Like, I've done a lot of research. Basically, what I found out is these bikes are kind of like, buying a lottery ticket. You get lucky or you don't. He got luckier than I did. He got a more responsive and better throttle. But this leads into the last thing that I wanted to talk about that I did not go over in the install video, and that is the eMoto Bros app that basically lets you control every feature on the bike, such as throttle response and everything like that. All right, so on iOS, it's the EMB Tuner app right here. It pops up, it looks like this. So to get connected, you're just gonna want to turn the bike on like so. Make sure you leave the egg rider display off though, and then basically you can go into general ride parameters right here. There's not too much in here, but the additional parameters is where you really can get to mess with stuff at. You click in the top right, you connect to your bike, and then you give it a second, and all these things will load in right here. It says warning, your brakes no longer cut power. So yeah, if you guys saw in the last video, I was complaining about how my brakes, I can't do a burnout anymore. Well, with this little switch right here, you can do a burnout. All that stuff doesn't really matter. I mean, it does, you can mess with it, but this is what I messed with right here. So long story short, that's the throttle real-time voltage. That is where your throttle is off at. And then the throttle deadband voltage, I've heard actually that you're not supposed to put that low, so I'm gonna go right there and change that. But basically, this is how you tweak your throttle. Now my throttle full voltage, I don't know, man. We would have to get this stuff hooked up to his bike to see what it's supposed to be, but basically my throttle full voltage just seems really low, and like right here,
also the kickstand sensor.
Yeah, like with this stuff enabled, you can literally give it gas with the kickstand down, as you saw. Okay, well, that was a thing. Yeah. So basically, this is all the stuff that you're really going to want to mess with to get your throttle dialed in once you get the BAC4000 installed. Then also, right here, the motor parameters, you want this to be up on a stand. I'm not going to show you guys right now. There's a lot of other videos on it. But pretty much, after you get all this stuff messed with, you want to go down here and you want to enable motor calibration, and then Yeah, this needs to be up on a stand, the back wheel will spin, and it'll get your hull offset right, basically. Okay, so I don't remember how to say exactly. All right, so then if you want to save everything that you did, all you're going to want to do, you hit right, it says success, parameters successfully written, save to flash to keep changes on power off. So then you go save flash, warning, okay, success, please disconnect and turn the bike on and off. So then disconnect, okay, and you flip the key, flip it back, and then everything you just changed is successfully saved to the bike. So yeah, if you guys are also having throttle issues and you get a BAC4000, you can really dial it in here. All right, so there you guys have it, the full review on the eMoto Bros ASI BAC4000. Do we think it's worth it? I personally do think it's worth it if you plan on daily driving the bike. It pretty much gives it the extra little bit of juice it needs to just, you know, keep up with traffic, get out of sticky situations, and just do everything that you need to do. Obviously, the bike is perfect on its own for the most part, but if you're willing to spend the $1,000, I would highly recommend the eMoto Bros BAC4000. Yeah, that's really going to wrap it up for this one, though, everybody. We got some more cool mods planned pretty soon, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. You got any questions, leave them down in the comments. Peace out. We'll see you guys in the next one.